Uganda is a country with rich history and one of the most beautiful landscapes in the African continent. In 1907, in his journey to Africa, Winston Churchill was amazed by the beauty of the Ugandan landscape, climate, and the people, and because of this, in his book titled My African Journey, he called Uganda the Pearl of Africa. From his book, many have known Uganda as the Pearl of Africa. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification as I will be bringing you more videos on the African continent. Without further ado, here are the 10 interesting facts about Uganda. Number 1. Kiswahili is also an official language in Uganda. In 2022, the government of Uganda approved the adoption of Kiswahili as the second official language of the country. This was approved in line with the East African Summit that called for Kiswahili to be adopted as the regional official language. Kiswahili is spoken widely in the East and Central African countries like Tanzania, Kenya, Burundi, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. As a result of the approval by the government, Kiswahili is now being taught as a compulsory subject in the Ugandan schools.
Cabinet recommended that the teaching of Swahili language in primary and secondary schools should be made compulsory and examinable.
Number 2. According to the latest World Population Review, Uganda is the country with the second youngest population in the world. Niger, a country in West Africa, has the highest number of young population, with 50% of its population below 15 years old. Uganda follows closely with about 46% of its population below 15 years old. The youthful population in Uganda, those that are 30 years and below, constitute 78% of the total population. This shows how youthful Uganda is. However, the life expectancy in Uganda is estimated to be around 58 years old. According to research, about 2 million babies are born in Uganda every year, and this is attributed to the high fertility rates among the female population, as the average female in Uganda gives birth to 6 children. Number 3. Uganda is a landlocked country. Located in East Africa, Uganda is bordered by Kenya to the east, South Sudan to the north, Democratic Republic of the Congo to the west, Tanzania to the south, and Rwanda to the southwest. Uganda does not have a coastline and imports and exports most of its heavy cargo through the port of Mombasa in Kenya and the port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Number 4. After Ethiopia, Uganda is the second landlocked country in the whole world with the highest population. With about 241 kilometer squares of land, Uganda is the 33rd largest country in Africa and 79th in the world. According to Worldometer, Uganda currently, in 2023, has a population of approximately 50 million people and is the second most populous landlocked country in the world. Number 5. For 37 good years, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has been the ruling president of Uganda. Museveni rose to this most powerful position in Uganda in January 1986 after he and his military overthrew the ruling government led by President Tito Okello. There was a lot of political instability before Museveni rose to power, but since he became the president, there has been a political stability in the country, except during the short period when the Lord Resistance Army, led by Joseph Kony, threatened the stability of the country. Though Museveni is not considered a dictator, Museveni has ruled Uganda with an iron fist and has crushed anyone opposing his regime. In the recent days, there has been a great admiration of the president across the African continent for his strong stand against homosexuality in Uganda, something that hasn't sat well with the US. Number 6. Uganda claims 43% of the world's second largest freshwater lake, Lake Victoria, which is one of the African Great Lakes. Kenya occupies 6% of the lake, while Tanzania occupies the bigger part of the lake, that is 49%. Explorer John Hanning's Peak renamed the lake after Queen Victoria, who was the Queen of England. Regarded as the largest lake in Africa, Lake Victoria covers a surface area of about 59,947 square kilometers. Lake Victoria is also the largest tropical lake in the world. Number 7. Uganda is the most entrepreneurial country in the world. Unexpectedly, according to research from B2B Marketplace Approved Index, Uganda is the most enterprising nation in the world. The study was based on a percentage of individuals who have established businesses. In the study, 73 nations were examined, including countries like Canada, Australia, Brazil, and even Italy. Number 8. Uganda owns a car manufacturing company. The Ugandan car manufacturing company is one of the most advanced and successful in the African continent. The Kiira Motors Corporation, which is a state-owned automotive car manufacturing company, was established by the government to reduce the importation of already made cars from abroad, a process that is very expensive to the locals. The first electric vehicle in Africa was manufactured at the Kiira Electric Vehicle Project back in 2011. Number 9. The famous Idi Amin Dada. Though worldwide known as one of the brutal leaders that ever existed in the African continent, many Ugandans and some Africans will disagree with you. Idi Amin Dada was strongly against the colonial imperialism and even named himself the conqueror of the British Emperor. He is also known for expelling all Asians from the country and returning businesses to Ugandans.
The British imperialism is over in Uganda. Uganda is one of the powerful country, independent, free country to do whatever he wants to do.
Number 10. The source of River Nile. River Nile, which is considered the longest river in the world, has its source from Lake Victoria, which is 43% occupied by Uganda. It travels through South Sudan, Sudan, and Egypt, where it pours its waters into the Mediterranean Sea. Along the way, it is joined by the Blue Nile, which has its source from Lake Tana in Ethiopia. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe as I bring you more information on the African continent, people, and culture.